Professional Karate, the country's fastest growing and most exciting sport, featuring the top black belt karate personalities in the United States.
Let's go back ringside with Jim Harrison for a fight that I think you may find a little familiar.
And it looks as if the matches are ready to get underway.
Looks like Mr. Angel's now bowing them in. Lewis and Wren are bowing to each other. Lewis is more or less of a passive fighter. He usually waits for his man to come to him. Fred Wren attacks with a Shiro-Uragiri spin back kick. Joe Lewis counterattacks with his famous side kick. Points been awarded. Fred's fighting out of a left stance. He's advanced against Joe again. The boys have come into a clinch. Several techniques were thrown at that time. I don't think the referee has awarded a point. No points scored at all. Fred's fighting a very low Shikodachi. Joe seems to be moving in, ready to press him. Fred's bobbing, he's attacking. Throws a spinning hook kick to Joe's head. Joe moves back out of the way again. Fred dropped his knee at that one time. In a karate match, if a man falls, it's quite ethical to go in and attack him. It's one of the best places to score a point. Mr. Angel asking for verification of any point for the referees. The kick was considered a little bit too low. Joe's moving in and pressing. Fred's moving back out of the way slightly.
To be a point, it would have to be of a disabling nature in the referee's opinion, even though the blow was full.
That's right. The point will have to be delivered to a vital area of the body. It has to show enough force, speed, target area, and everything to have been a crippling or a killing blow, and yet not been thrown with full contact. It must be pulled short enough not to do injury. Mr. Lewis advances as Fred Wren advances. He throws a right sake in, reverse punch. Kidney area. He's awarded the points by both. The referee awards Mr. Lewis a match. These are two of the strongest players in the States today. Last two times I fought Fred for overall championship, and Fred was giving me one of the roughest matches I've ever had.
Well, we just saw sort of a replay between Mr. Wren and Mr. Lewis of something that's been happening, and the competition is really strong. Yet, as you could see there at the end of the match, both participants, Lewis ruffling Wren's hair and feeling pretty good about the whole thing.
When you're fighting out there, you don't have a friend in the world, especially that man that's across the deck from you.
I kind of noticed that.
After it's over with, well, everybody's buddy-buddy again.
Joe, when I watch this fight, two things come to mind very quickly. One is the speed of your side kick, and two is the power. And when I say power, it's not aggressive forward power. It's your defensive side kick is so quick, but it's very powerful, and you stick it and stay. You don't fall away at all.
There's two things I'm doing here. One point I want to make is I became very deadly with my back knuckle later during this year because of my work with Bruce Lee. However, this is pre-Bruce Lee time, and you're not seeing a lot. Two things I'm doing well here are, number one is the range. I'm playing the range game very well, making them take a slight step before they can pop me with a kick or a punch. And I have a choice at that point. If they hesitate, I can beat them to the draw, nail them with a side kick, using real good timing. Or if they squeeze the trigger first, it gives me enough time, because of that range, to catch them with a low defensive side kick. I'll catch them coming or going either way.
Let's review some of the action.
See the range just where he has to step to get me, and I got enough time to take a half step back. Fire to counter side kick.
Fire, I think, is a good word, because that thing just zooms in there like a piston.
Range, see the range, I choke up. He has to lunge to get to me. It slows down his initial move. I want to take him to the ground there. I decided not to.
Well, let's talk about that for just a little bit. You guys clash, you punch the body, you chop to the neck, and then it seems he came back with a little elbow strike.
I don't know what he's doing. I did know his defense was a little weak. I had sparred him the day before this, kind of warming up. I always felt he was easy to hit. Most of those Texas fighters in those days were all offense, no defense. So you just play him a touch out of range.
So there's a good example of it with the defensive side kick and then the follow-up side kick as he tries to regain his feet. Well, this is a hard jamming blitz, and we're seeing the chop again.
What's happening is he started to come in. I come underneath with a punch, going back over the top with a chop, then back underneath for the insurance punch.
And then hand back to the hip like you're doing.
Actually, it's a three-point counter.
Joe, with your win over Fred Wren, we enter the second round. We have you left, Pat Burleson, and David Moon.